All right, I'm going to say something that's going to sound completely wrong at first. Stop saving your money. Now, before you close this video, hear me out. I'm not saying money doesn't matter. I'm not saying blow everything on nonsense. I'm saying this. Right now, at this exact moment, you are trading the best years of your life for a number in a bank account, a number you might never actually spend, a number that will sit there while the experiences you keep saying someday to slowly become impossible. This is Die with Zero by Bill Perkins, one of the most controversial money books in America right now, because it tells you something that goes completely against everything you've been taught. The goal isn't to die with the most money. The goal is to die with zero, having spent every dollar on a life fully lived. And your English is leveling up the whole time you watch this. Real American vocabulary, real expressions, the kind of language that actually gets used. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with the thing nobody wants to talk about. You are going to die, and you don't know when. Bill Perkins isn't trying to be dark here. He's trying to wake you up, because most people live as if they have unlimited time. They defer everything: the vacation, the sabbatical, the passion project, the quality time with people they love. They say, I'll do it when the kids are older, when I retire, when I have more money, when things settle down. But here's the brutal truth Perkins lays out. Your ability to enjoy experiences has an expiration date. At 30, you can hike a mountain. At 70, you might not be able to. At 40, you can travel with your young kids and they'll remember it forever. At 65, those kids have their own lives. The window for certain experiences is open right now, and every day you wait, it closes a little more. Here's one of the most powerful ideas in the entire book. Perkins calls it the memory dividend. When you spend money on an experience, a trip, a concert, an adventure, you don't just get the experience, you get the memory of it for the rest of your life. And you get to relive it, share it, draw strength and joy from it for decades. That's the dividend. A dividend is what you earn from an investment over time, and memories pay the highest dividend of any investment you'll ever make. Think about the best moments of your life, the trips, the celebrations, the spontaneous adventures. Those memories are still paying you back right now, in happiness, in perspective, in the sense that your life has been rich. Now think about the money you saved instead of spending on those experiences. Where is it? What has it given you? Perkins isn't saying experiences over security. He's saying don't defer the experiences that only work right now. The return on memory is real, and it compounds just like interest. Perkins breaks your life into seasons, and this one really hits. Your 20s and 30s, high energy, high health, relatively low responsibilities. This is your adventure season, the time for big experiences, travel, risk-taking. Your 40s and early 50s, more resources, more wisdom, kids still at home. This is your legacy-building season, deep experiences with family, major investments in relationships. Your 60s and beyond, more time, less energy, different priorities. This is your reflection season, simpler pleasures, connection over adventure. Here's the problem most Americans make. They spend their adventure season working overtime to save for a retirement that looks like their adventure season. They save and grind and defer, then retire and realize their body can't do what they imagined. Perkins says, match your spending to your season. Don't save your adventure season experiences for your reflection years. Your future self will have different needs and different limitations. Give the right experiences to the right version of you.
Research on end-of-life regrets is consistently clear about one thing. People don't regret what they did. They regret what they didn't do. Not the trip they took, the trip they never took. Not the business they tried, the business they were too scared to try. Not the conversation they had, the one they avoided having. Perkins interviewed hundreds of people at the end of their lives, and almost none of them said, "I wish I had worked more." Almost none said, "I wish I had saved more." They said, "I wish I had spent more time with the people I loved. I wish I had taken the leap when I had the chance. I wish I had lived instead of just survived." Here's the hard question he asks. If you died tomorrow, would you feel like you actually lived? Or would your biggest asset be a bank account nobody needed you to leave behind?
Here's something that completely flips traditional thinking about money and family. Most people plan to leave money to their kids when they die, but Perkins asks, why wait? If your kid is 50 when you die and inherits money, what do they actually do with it? Versus giving it to them at 25 or 30 when they need it most, when it could fund their education, their first home, their startup, their experience. The impact of money is highest when the recipient is young. $1,000 at 25 changes your life. $1,000 at 55 is nice, but doesn't move the needle. Perkins calls this giving with warm hands instead of cold ones. Don't wait until you're gone to pass on what matters. Give experiences with people you love while you can still be there for them. Give financially while your impact is highest. Show up while you're still here. That's a legacy. So what does dying with zero actually look like? Perkins is clear. It doesn't mean being broke. It doesn't mean reckless spending. It means optimizing your life for experiences over accumulation. It means having a plan, just like you plan your savings, to spend down your wealth on meaningful experiences at the right time. It means asking yourself regularly, what am I waiting for? What experience keeps getting pushed to someday? What's stopping me from doing it this year? The goal isn't literally $0. The goal is zero regrets. A life where at the end you can say, I used what I had, I showed up, I experienced, I gave, I lived. Not a life where you spent 40 years accumulating something that outlived your ability to enjoy it. All right, let's bring this home. You just heard an idea that goes against almost everything you've been taught about money. That your goal isn't to accumulate as much as possible, it's to convert your money into the experiences and memories that make a life worth living, before the window closes, before the seasons change, before someday runs out. So here's the one question I want to leave you with today. What is the one experience you keep putting off that you could actually do this year? Drop it in the comments, and then go do it. Subscribe to Luminae Minds for a new book every week. Real English, real ideas, real life. Thanks for watching. Now go live the life your future self will thank you for. I'll catch you in the next one.